In this Eternal Return video, we watch what happens when an Immortal Rank Sissela smurfs in Low Elo. Now he has to dodges out on both the Q and the E from the Jukai, getting hit by the bird to a crisp, uses his W now for invulnerability. Now the Q to the autos, going to be able to get this with the last Q surely. Here's the build and the ID. Guys, please consider subscribing if you enjoyed the video. Let's go. We're watching a Smurf game just to see how a High Elo player dismantles the rest of the field. Today we are watching Hayan. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Feel free to correct me in the comments. I don't really mind too much. And he's going to be building this item called Cards of Tyranny. That's what's in the build. You'd see it there. Other than that, what you max first on Sissela, guys, you max your Q, then your E, then your passive, and finally your W, which is your invulnerability. Your W did get a little bit of a buff in this patch. There was like a minor patch where they adjusted some of the numbers. They fixed Adela because she was completely busted. She now does less burst, and they did more or less the same things that I said they should, right? So they increased her E cooldown, and then they made her ratios more item dependent. If you watch my Adela gameplay where I called her broken, I think I should link that video up here. You'll see at the end I give suggestions, and they went more or less with what I was hoping they would do. So very well done by Nimble Neuron for spotting that, but it was the obvious solution. So I'm not here like flexing. I just feel in tune with the game right now. I guess that's what I'm saying. So the item he's going to need to finish his Cards of Tyranny is the iron battery, since he's already got the vintage cards built. Gets that iron battery done, and the Cards of Tyranny is now going to be coming out. He's just going to be resting up to get his SP back. Also was missing a little bit of health. So yeah, anyway, Sissela's W now has a lower cooldown. That's going to help you out a bit. One of the main changes that happened this patch. But other than that, nothing too hectic happening to her and how she plays out. She's a pretty balanced character. She's in a very good place as a character. Just going to be autoing so much damage from the Q into the E and the Adriana mounts. Mind you, like I said, this is a Sissela who is smurfing on lower elo characters and completely just catches that Adriana lacking. I'm not sure in what division this is, but I'm assuming this is around silver to gold elo. Just going to be using the Q into the E to get over the wall into the hotel. Going to be trying to finish the EOD suit. Someone was kind enough in the comments to correct me on my pronunciation because I kept calling it EOD suit. But guys, like, let's not lie, like EOD suit just, it makes it sound like something it's not. It sounds a bit more trendy, you know, like the EOD suit. It's going to be using the Q to the E onto this Lee Dylan. Lee Dylan looking like a bot there. Uses his W into the E and murders the Lee Dylan with the autos there. Really well played. Just going to be getting the Tree of Life that he needs. And Tree of Life so good on Sissela. He's going to be able to get the ice and get those glacial shoes done if he chooses. He's already got the repaired sneak. There's ice on Lee Dylan right now, so he doesn't choose to actually build the glacial shoes, which is a little bit shocking to me actually. Often these days people prefer to build Hermes. Ooh, 2 pieces of scrap metal. Very, very good find. Gets the killer heals into the Persepolis here, and he's just doing really, really well. He's soon going to be able to get the Uchiwa as well. Uchiwa also had its numbers adjusted. It now has less SP regen, but it does give you more lifesteal. And then the skill amp number is 21 on it. So it gives you 17% lifesteal. It gives you 21 skill amp, and then it gives you 80% SP regen. I think items like Uchiwa changing to a more lifesteal based form, that's going to help Sissela and this variant of Sissela, which is focused on auto attacking. It's going to help more of these mages who are now pseudo auto attackers, but they're not made as or like built like auto attackers, kind of like your Nadines and your Rossies and your Isols and Ayas, right? There's characters who are more mages like Adriana and Sissela, but they do love getting a very good auto attack stat on them, and often these days you see them building attack speed. Just going to be using Q onto Lee Dylan. Those autos are doing so much damage. Another Q into the E and just doing so much damage. Lee Dylan R is back, but it's not enough. Q to the E combo is going to be enough to finish that off, and he was never struggling. Had the Caltrops there, was never even close. Alright, so it looks like, if you look there in the top, it looks like he's prioritized building Petal Torrent here. So he's now going to be crafting the Sheath of Shah Jahan. Going to be shuffling out his Crimson Bracelet temporarily, I'm assuming, before he builds the Bracelet of Skadi. Just going to be farming the bears though. Still hasn't equipped the Sheath of Shah Jahan, just got it built. Still has the repaired shoes in inventory, could possibly go glacials. Still has that Tree of Life, hasn't even converted it to a Powder of Life. So very patient on his items so far, not in a rush to get anything. I assume because he's in the Elo he's in, he doesn't feel like he's under pressure. Now we'll be getting the Powder of Life into the Glacial Ice. And let's see, is it Skadi? I think it's Bracelet of Skadi coming through now. So yeah, it's Bracelet of Skadi. He dropped the Sheath of Shah Jahan right after he built it. Still will get the XP for building that, so not a complete waste. He used his Q there. He used his ultimate there just before engaging onto the Jukai. Just gonna be finding a Suichi. Suichi with the W into the R, but Suichi not using his R the most effectively. Uses his W to get back on, and now Sissela has to use the weapon skill. Ooh. Higher level Suichi would have won that. Now he has to dodge out, dodges out on both the Q and the E from the Jukai, getting hit by the bird to a crisp. Uses his W now for invulnerability. Now the Q to the autos. Going to be able to get this with the last Q surely. No! Another Q from Jukai, and it's not enough. He gets the Q down. So much action. There's a Lennox and another Jukai here, and he's just going to be crafting the Bracelet of Skadi here in the bush right next to all of this action happening. Another Tree of Life spawn somewhere. He's going to be using the Q into the E. Lennox trying to fight this, uses his full combo, but the invulnerability helping out. Jukai very late to third party this. Now might get turned around on Q into the E, and now an E of Jukai's own. Jukai going on to this with the alt. Will Sissela have enough? And he does. Kim Hayan playing this so well. 7 kills. He's just murdering the entire field here, outplaying them, showing why he is an Immortal Rank player right now. Really never struggling as well, just staying composed throughout all of this. Doesn't really look like someone who's battling. Okay, so Petal Torrent still in the works. He actually takes the Cabana, very aggressive item, which means he's feeling very confident. Even got that Veritax Lux Mia here for the skill amp, HP regen, and the extra attack stat. So he is feeling super confident right now, just running through the restricted area with no care in the world. Gonna be trying to find the other person here. 2 restricted areas, forest and cemetery right next to each other. So gonna be eating a lot on his timer. Hitting this Emma here. Emma with the Caltrops, trying to zone him out. Uses his W to get in. Emma jukes out using her R, polymorphs, but the auto does so much damage. Oh! And that is so much damage coming out of Kim Hayan right now. Just one shot that Emma with the auto there. And his auto attacks are going to be so crazy once he gets Petal Torrent done. Engages with his ult into the W. Dodges out on Luke's Q there. Missing so much of the damage, and now just going to be autoing Luke to death here. And that's 9 kills onto Kim Hayan. He is popping off in the Celia game, making it look completely easy. No offense, it looks like he's fighting bots, but honestly, these are good players. They're just meeting a much better player. They are meeting a great player. Now going to be able to finish the glacial shoes, sub them out for the stray jacket sneakers, and he has Cabana, Skadi, glacial shoes, Veritax Lux Mia, and Cards of Tyranny. Will be trying to get the Petal Torrent done as well. hence why you see the spike plank in his inventory. He's going to be building some dynamite, and he's going to be trying to get Sting Burst done so he can transition Sting Burst into a Petal Torrent with the Frost Venom Dart. So yeah, really chilled, not even focused on his character right now. Oh man. Finds the gunpowder he needs for dynamite. It's gonna need to get RDX done as well. Just blazing through this region, not even looking for paper. Oh, finds it in the last crate of the area. Alright, cool. He's gonna get the Sting Burst done, which is the first part that he needs. Now he's got to focus on finding some needles and some poison. Okay, finds the needles. Now poison needs to be made from a lighter. So he needs lighter and water here to get this done. So he will be looking for the lighter to get the ash he needs to form poison here. Ooh, finds Wick as well. Oh, and aggro's her through the wall. Very clever. Just going to be kiting on Wick. Uses his QE combo and boom, gets the Wick. Is there anything he actually wants from her? No. He was already very strong. Finds the ash. That's very great. Okay, gets the Force Core and the VF Blood. I suppose he could go into a Queen of Hearts instead of the Cabana if he really wanted to. Force Core not really required. VF Blood was kept for Queen of Hearts, but he's just tossing the VF Blood actually. Decides he doesn't need it. He's feeling very strong. Now he's just searching his surroundings, trying to see what's going on here in Forest. Gets the Frost Venom Darts done, and Petal Torrent going to be coming through. What I love is while he's building, he's also surveilling what's going on in his environment. Just a very, very high skill player. Kim Hayan, very, very strong. Finds the Rossi, doesn't even attack the Rossi. Would have been able to kill the Rossi for sure. Now uses his ult, going to be walking towards the people here in Uptown. We'll just have to see. 4 players left. It's a Rossi, an Adela, a Jackie, and Kim Ha-young on Sissela. And now he's just going to be using his Q onto the Rossi. Rossi trying to auto back. The autos from Kim Ha-young doing so much. Oh man, Cards of Tyranny is really wreaking tyranny across this map. Just gonna take everything he needs. Even takes the radar. What a confident steal off of Rossi. I don't know whether it's a denial item. Who could he be thinking of denying it from? Adela. Adela and Jackie. Very interesting take there, but nonetheless drops the radar now. Gonna be taking the ball, keeping his XP up. Always efficient, even when winning. Even when dominating the field with such a dominant display, he's still just doing the basics, right? Got to farm up, got to keep the XP up. You know, don't be using your Petal Torrent unless you've got a priority target to auto. He's going to switch to Cards of Tyranny here. You just see him switching between those two items very, very quickly as well. Searching the bushes with his Q, not face checking. Now going to be activating the console. This region has 40 seconds before everyone is forced into it. And once everyone is, it's going to be very interesting. He's going to get Tree of Life. Doesn't really need it. I don't think he needs it. Oh, someone's TPing here. Caltrops into the WE combo. And the Q's just going to burn down the Jackie there. It was actually a QE combo, guys. But it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that Jackie hyperlooped to the wrong place and got one shot by Sissela. That is an 11 kill game so far for Sissela. Kim Hayan killing more than half of the field here. And if he wins this, that means that there's only, what, 6 competitors that he didn't get rid of? 5? Kind of insane pop-off right now. So yeah, really just a strong display. I think his play at hospital was by far the best. Just seeing the Adela, he's throwing his food on the floor. Just going to be taking a break and now going to engage on the Adela. Uses his Q for vision. Adela tries a Q of her own. Adela trying to juke out on this. She doesn't have stun. So Kim Hayan going to be very, very offensive until she does have a Q. She uses her E and now doesn't have that cooldown of her E for a while. And Kim Hayan going to be punishing her. She's trying to get the Qs up, trying to get a stun. Doesn't combo her W and a Q. And just going to be using her E. And Kim Hayan at this point just having a little bit of fun here. He could have done a lot of damage. Uses his Q, hits her with the Q. And we'll see when he wants to kill, he's just going to go for an auto from the Petal Tauren, doing more than 30% damage into his W. Just throwing his Q randomly at this point. Now going to be ulting. And forces out the ult from Adela as well. Adela playing that really well, but melts from the damage from his passive. And that's going to be GG from Kim Hayan. Really playing around at the end of the game. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Really, really powerful. That's what happens when a Smurf goes and plays at low elo. It really just looks ridiculously strong. I hope you enjoyed it. This is your boy Loy Meets World. I'm out. Peace.